Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to my 12-week challenge home edition. So to do this challenge, you're not going to need any equipment, and the challenge is all completely free, so feel free to share it to your friends and family as well. So it's important you have some sort of buy-in, and we're going to do that as a form of before photo. And to do this photo, all you're going to need is a sheet of paper like this. Just write on it something like day one, hashtag Bodyweight 12. You'll need to do a front photo, a side photo, and maybe one from the back too. So you can get someone at home maybe to do that for you. It's completely up to you if you decide to do it in full clothes, or if you decide with your top off, or in shorts, or completely up to you. But it's just something that we can use to track your progress for the future. Also, I and everyone else wants to see your journey too. So make sure you're tagging me in photos, uploading videos, and I'm going to create some groups so we can all stay interactive and encourage each other. So today is a max effort lower body day, and we're going to use the timings of 40 seconds on and 20 seconds rest. We're going to repeat these exercises 4 times and then have a whole minute off before repeating a new circuit. The idea of these sessions is the first exercise is a little bit more easy, and then we're going to go a little bit harder, a little bit harder, and a little bit harder again. So if you feel like you're being left behind, stay on the previous exercise, whereas if you feel you're quite advanced, just progress on to the next one, and it should feel harder each time. However, before we start these sessions, we need to get warmed up. Firstly, you want to raise your heart rate. So I've just done a couple laps of the football pitch just to get my blood flowing. I didn't go relatively fast, you don't necessarily need to, as long as you do feel your heart rate is up slightly before we go into the next activation and mobility stage. So to get mobile for this session, we're actually going to use a mat. Obviously if you're at home, you haven't got a mat, just use a carpet, something where it's relatively soft. From here, you're going to lay yourself down. You're going to tuck your feet up nice and close, feet around hip distance apart. Mostly you're going to have to prop your head up or even support your head with your hands. From here, what we're going to do is tilt our pelvis the other way, and then we're going to bridge up. For me, I can only get to here. If I go any higher, I start to use my lower back. So it's going to be quite a small movement, either looking forward or keeping your chin tucked down. Like I said, if it hurts your neck, you can bring your hands behind you to support your head. You're just going to try 10 of these. From here, all you're going to do is bring one leg to the sky, bridge yourself up. Same thing, you might find you can get a little bit higher on this one though, and having your head up isn't as important. From there, we're changing legs, same thing, try and keep your leg relatively straight. Ideally, you'll be flexing your toe towards you, depends a lot on hamstring mobility. And then from here, all we're going to do is bring our arms out to the side so it supports your back. An easier variation of these would be knees tucked, rotating from one side and back to the other. Those that are a bit more advanced, straighten their legs a little bit more. And those more advanced, really stretch those legs nice and straight from one side to the other. A few clicks in your back's good. You just want to repeat about 5 each side. From here, we're then flipping onto the front, going into scorpion. So hands or chest to floor, sorry. Arms out to the side. Bring your head to the side, curl a leg up, heel to sky. Drop your foot flat on the floor, make a fist, and then reach up over the top. Then bring our hand down, go back to the start, same opposite side. Just 3 of these each way. here, most of you are going to be very tight on your hips, especially if we're stuck in all the time. So you're going to bring one leg out to the front. From here, you're just going to bring it slightly out to the side. Bring your hands down to the floor. From there, you're just going to try and push your hips forward, trying to get your hands as flat onto the floor. Those that are struggling can go like this, a bit more advanced. And if you're really advanced, you can drop down to your elbows. And then we're just going to try the other side. So it's completely up to you how long you decide to spend in these stretches. However, around 20 seconds or so each side will be fine. Then going to go back to the opposite leg again. This time, rather than the hands on the floor, you're going to bring your hands up. You're going to tense the abs, squeeze the glutes forward. Bring your hands up and over the top as you push your hips forward even more. You should feel a nice stretch down here. You shouldn't be feeling anything in your back. If you are, you're just not tensing your core hard enough. And then same again the other side. Start in this position, tense your glutes, tense your abs, push your hips forward, arms come up. From here, we're just going to try one more, which is a frog stretch, which is just going to work deep into your hips. So 99% of you are going to find this one quite uncomfortable, so we'll just go to whatever you feel you're able to. So you might want to start with hands out like this, knees get spread as wide as you can go. You turn your feet out to the side as well. Those that are more advanced can get their feet even a little bit wider than that. All you're going to do is from here, try and keep a nice proud chest, keep your shoulders back, and then we're going to sit back as far as you feel comfortable. Use your arms to sort of like help push you back. If it's really uncomfortable, I want you to lean forward again, then go back into the stretch. Those more advanced, what you can do is you can drop down to your elbows, and then from there push your hips back. Again, just around 20 seconds or so will be fine. Because what we're going to do is after this session, I'm going to link Heidi's session, which will go through mobility in a little bit more depth. And that's your warm-up done. So now we're going to the main workout, and like I said earlier, it's 40 seconds on, 20 seconds break. The exercise is getting harder, and then we're going to repeat 4 exercises before having a whole minute off and repeating a new circuit. So for our lower body ones, I've tried focusing on a hip hinge movement, which is what we're going to start with. Will feel a little bit easier, however the next circuits will progress harder and harder. We're also going to do a squat pattern. We're going to do a lunge, so to stop the knee from caving in, so an abduction movement, and we're also going to do a thrust movement, which is some glute bridges. So to start, we're going into good mornings first. I'm going to put my timer on, 40 seconds, and let's go. So from here, feet hip distance, bridge your hips, or push your hips back, lean your chest down to the floor, thrust your hips forward. This is almost like still an extended version of your warm-up. So trying to keep the chin tucked, so hopefully from our coccyx bone up to the back of our head, we're in a nice straight line. Hopefully you should all feel this in your hamstrings. So those more advanced, you can go faster. Those that are struggling can obviously go at your own pace. We're almost at 40 seconds. And relax. So you've got 20 seconds off, you can obviously have a drink, have a little break. But from here we're going into a single leg deadlift. Let's do this one, correct. So you're just going to have one leg relatively straight. We're going to kick this one back, we're going to lean down with our chest. Make sure this one doesn't bend too much, okay? Ready, 2, 1, let's go. The idea of this one is we prevent this leg from coming down. So I don't want to see any of you stumbling. It's quite windy here, so if I stumble, that's why. It's not because I'm terrible. Definitely the wind. So try and get all 40 seconds. Same thing, try not to bend this leg too much. You don't want it locked dead straight, but just a soft, tiny bend will be perfect. Got one more, and relax. 20 seconds off, we're going to try the same the other side. Yeah, so you don't want your leg locked completely straight. When I push my hips back, it should adopt a small bend in the knee. You've got 8 seconds before we try the other side. Same thing, just an extended version of the warm-up. And let's go, so 40 seconds. The lower you can get your chest with your shoulders back, the more you're going to feel it on your hamstrings. Especially if you don't put this leg down, you should feel it even more. Don't worry about this knee raise at the top. We're just more trying to focus on hamstring engagement rather than hip flexion. You have 10 seconds. Last 3, 2, 1, and relax. The next one's actually going to be a Nordic curl. It's going to be very, very difficult for me to do it here because I'm by myself. So what you'll need to do for this one, adjust your knees like this, toes in the air. You're going to have someone support your ankles and put a lot of weight down. Those that can't do it, they might have to go for something like this, trying to hook their feet underneath. And then from here, you're just going to try and hold, lower yourself down as slow as you can go. From there, you push up to the top. Important you tuck your chin, push your hips forward, create this little roundness in your back. Hold, hold, hold. Back to the top again. So the more advanced you are, the slower you go. We're just going to try one more because I've left my timer over there, but you'll get 40 seconds. And relax. And that was circuit 1. So now we've got a minute off. I'll put a timer on a minute off, and then we'll go into the next circuit. Hopefully I don't have muddy knees. So that's circuit 1. Like I said, these circuits will get harder and harder each time. We're going to go for glute bridges next, so we're going to be laying down on our back. So to start with, we're going for a glute bridge like we did on our warm-up. Single leg, however this time, we're going to try and get the reps in. Then we're going to go the opposite side. And then we're going to do an extended bridge hold, so that's going to really work the hamstrings. You got 15 seconds now before we start again. Let's get ourselves set up. So letting yourself on your back. Feet tucked up nice and close, knees always track over your toes, don't let them ever cave in. From here you can support your head or tuck your chin, and we're bridging up, back down, make sure you tension the abs. So you might even feel it a little bit in the hip flexors when you do this. Example of a shit bridge would be this. You're just going to feel that in your lower back. So we were keeping the chin tucked, tensing the core, trying to tilt our pelvis on the way through. You got 13 seconds. And relax there. Top's trying to kill me. So these next ones are going to be the single leg versions of the bridges that we've done in our warm-up. However, those more advanced, like I said, just go a little bit quicker throughout the movement. So start with your weaker side on the floor first, and from here we're going 40 seconds. Those of you start to struggle, just put a little bit more pressure through your hands, and that will support your back and core a little bit more. Those advanced, if you get your reps in nice and quick like this, you should definitely start to feel a little better on the hamstrings, especially if you've done the Nordic curls well earlier. Just trying to take the time, you've got 13 seconds. And relax there. You've got 20 seconds off, so I'd sit yourself up. Those that feel tight in the hamstrings, you might want to straighten your leg out, which might get a little bit of cramp later on in your session. You've got 8 seconds, then we're going to go to the other side. So 2, 1, let's go. So like I said, this leg's trying to stay straight as best you can. If you're feeling a little bit tight in those hamstrings, it's going to start to bend, so we don't want that. You want toes flexed towards you. Weight into this heel. What you'll notice like then, so I start to slide back as I go throughout the workout. So occasionally, rather than your foot there, tuck it back up again so it's underneath you. And then we want to get just as many reps in on the other side like we did on the opposite leg. Just check the time. We've got 3 seconds, 2, 1, and relax. So again, you definitely want to straighten your legs before this next exercise. It's quite strenuous. We're just going to do a 40-second hold. It's going to really load the hamstrings. So what we're going to do, lay ourselves back, bridge yourself up, walk our feet to whatever distance you prefer. Further away is tougher on the hamstrings and lower back. You're then going to bridge the hips up to the top, tense the abs. You should feel a nice burn on the hamstrings. Those that are struggling, you can tuck your feet up closer. Those more advanced, go for the furthest distance you feel comfortable. Again, you want that head tucked down. That will allow you to brace the abs. Hands pressed into the floor gives you a little bit more support. So if you lose tension off your abs, you're probably doing the exercise incorrect. You've only got 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and relax. Again, just straighten out those legs. We've got a minute off. We're then going into squats. So this is completely optional. The lower you go down in a squat, the more it's going to work your glutes. The upper section is generally going to work your quads a little bit more. So I'd imagine females maybe go a little bit lower. Guys maybe focusing on the top section. However, if you want it to make it harder, definitely go as low as you feel comfortable. So you've got 30 seconds. So if you needed a drink or anything, have that now. Wrap in the Bodyweight hitch bottle, which you all might get if you're lucky at the end of the challenge. Okay, in 10 seconds we'll be starting our squats. Okay, we're going to use a little bit of our arms for momentum as we do this. So in 2, 1, let's go. So feet around hip distance, start with your hands back. Lower yourself down, bring your hands together, then push your hips through at the top. So those that are struggling now, just go slow like this. Take your time. I don't want you to pause at the top though. I want you to have a soft bend in your legs so you're still working even if you need a rest. Those that are more advanced, I want you to go through like this. Try and maintain these reps nice and intense. You've got 10 seconds. Just go as low as you feel comfortable, like I said. Make sure these knees are tracking out over the toes and relax. Okay, so as we start to tire, the glutes are going to start to tire. Our knees are going to try and cave in. What happens when the knees cave in? So there's no space to push your hips forward, so you go back and you end up doing this sort of thing rather than this sort of thing. Okay, so next one's going to be with a little pulse. Back to the top. Effort. So try and maintain this intensity. Again, those that are feeling really fit, you want to up it. Those that are struggling, just have a soft bend in your knees, little pause at the top. Hopefully what you'll find is you can maintain this intensity all the way through. You've got 5 seconds. And relax there. The next one's going to be a little more awkward. We're going to have to bring our stance in ever so slightly. So we are going to be going up on our toes. So don't expect you lot to get as low on this one. Just try and really get the reps in. Got 5 seconds, so a little bit more of a neutral stance, toes a bit more straight. Lower yourself down, come right up onto your toes. And again, those that are feeling fit, try and keep up. Or even better, be faster. So you should definitely start to feel this button in the quads now. Shorter range motion, get a little bit more up onto the toes. I'm actually stood on a twig. I should adjust my feet. 10 seconds. You've got 3 seconds left. And relax. The next one's just going to be a hold. So get into your lowest comfortable position. Don't need to push yourself too much that it feels uncomfortable when your back starts to tuck under, or your hips, sorry, starts to tuck under. Get into whatever position you feel most comfortable. We're going to hold. 2, 1. So again, we're trying to put the weight a bit more into the outside section of our feet. Trying to push the knees out. If we can, you can tense the abs, push the hips forward. You're going to feel this in the groin that Heidi's going to sort you all out with later on a post-her workout. Those that are struggling, you might want to stand up, give yourself a couple of seconds, get back into it whenever you want. We've got 10 seconds left there, if you can try and make it all your way through. 2, 1, and relax. Okay, now we've got another minute off before we go into the next circuit. So next one's going to be lunges, so good luck. These are going to be tough. Save the best till last, obviously. Again, to have a little drink if you need. So we've still got 35 seconds of our rest. We're going static lunges each side. These are going to be tough. Going to then finish off with reverse lunges, curtsy lunges. That'll be your 20-minute workout done. We're going to also do a finisher so you guys can compare what results and times and stuff you got. So we've got 10 seconds, then we're going to go into a static lunge. Set up the timer. So for a static lunge, nice big stride. Those that struggle with balance, go slightly diagonal. And let's go 40 seconds from now. Lower yourself down. Like I said, a more narrower stance. Imagine if you're on a tight rope. That balance is going to be really, really difficult. It's going to work your glutes a lot more though. So those more advanced, go for that. Those that struggle with balance, this front leg needs to go a bit more diagonal. So from there, you've got a little bit more stability. You're going to feel it a little bit in the hip. We're trying to get the knee as low to the floor as possible without actually touching. You keep a little forward lean, but what I don't want you to do, put your weight right forward. We're thinking about this back knee going down and this knee not going forward. And relax. There's nothing wrong with the knee going over the toe when we walk or run, walk upstairs, do anything, squat. The knee has to track over the toe. However, when we're in a static lunge, what we'll find is when the knee stays over the heel, our weight shifts back, we sit more into our glutes, and that's what we want to work. We want to try and work the glutes and hamstrings. Those that want to work their quads, they can bring their leg in and do something like this. However, it's a lot more functional to do it this way. To see the knees not going over the heel, we're just going to go up and down from here, 40 seconds. Again, those that are more advanced, you can do this quicker. Try and lock both legs roughly at the top. This one won't quite lock as the same. Just do as best you can. For 5 seconds. And relax there. Okay, so the next one's going to be alternate reverse lunges. So again, we're keeping the hands up. This time we do want a little forward lean, so we want the movement pattern to be a bit more like this rather than like this. In 5 seconds time, I'll show you what that looks like. Hands come up, lean the chest forward slightly, step yourself back to the top, change legs. So your hopefully I'm a bit more diagonal rather than being so upright, okay? So a little more diagonal, a little more length forward, and again this knee stays over the heel. As you start to tire, what will happen is the quads will want to get involved. Most people are quad dominant, so those muscles are going to try and take over. Again, those a little bit more advanced, go a bit quicker. You've got 3 seconds, 2, 1, relax. Last one, we're going to go into a curtsy lunge. So we're going to step across our body, make sure it's across, not behind. We're then going to get the knees to go as close to the heel on the opposite side. So from here, again, you can bring your hands up, step across your body. This knee comes down either side, then go back the opposite way. So hopefully this one's always on the outside of your foot. Lost my balance. And we'll stay, try and keep going like this. Again, those more advanced, let's go a little bit quicker. It's hard though, this one takes a lot of coordination, so good luck trying to go quick. Got 8 seconds, maybe a couple more in each leg if we're quick. And relax. That's your lower body done. However, we're going to go into a finisher. So this one you will need a wall. We're just going to go straight in, get over and done with. So hopefully you lot can beat me. That's the goal. So from here, we're just going to lower ourselves down. We're actually going to get the thigh to be parallel with the floor, not the hamstring. A little bit lower than most people do it. So from here, hopefully my fat ass doesn't fall through this. Ready, we're going to go for time. Let's go. So I need to shuffle a little bit lower. So my thighs parallel to the floor and press my back in. Ideally I'll have my head back. I think I'll crack my scarf if I do that. So again, just have to improvise a little. Try and keep the shins vertical, back pressed up against the wall. I definitely feel like I'm doing this all with one leg. Try and push through both sides. We're just going to get max effort. You see my legs starting to shake already. Just do your best you can. 32 seconds. Oh, legs feeling pretty pumped though. So let me know how you found this workout. Obviously I'm going to create some groups, so I just want you to put your times down. If you can have a little video of any of it, or some photos, or even just a screenshot of your time, that would be wicked. But 32 seconds to beat, okay? Hope you enjoyed it.